Everyone, thanks for joining me, your Sport Pilot James Glory, on another exciting episode of Sport Vibe on TNT. We'll bring you exciting and latest sport happenings across the world of sport every Tuesday. This week won't be an exception, so I would implore you to please stay tuned because we'll be right back shortly after this break. Welcome back to today's episode of Sport Vibe on DNT World, and we'll be starting from the world of Formula One, where during the weekend we witnessed a dramatic race at Hungary, where the McLaren driver Oscar Piastri was able to win his first race ever at the Hungarian Grand Prix, finishing first in that particular competition in the race, where he started from the second position. You remember on the qualifying day for the race, the McLaren driver were able to finish first and second respectively in preparation for the race, and on the race day we could see Oscar Piastri winning the Hungarian Grand Prix, and was followed suit by his teammates, where we talk about Lando Norris, who has stamped his name in one of the greats in the world of Formula One. This season he has been doing absolutely well for the McLaren driver, but now is the turn for his teammate Oscar Piastri to shine at the Hungarian Grand Prix, as was able to win his first race ever in the world of Formula One. Quite an interesting one in that particular race, but a devastating one for Max Verstappen yet again, not finishing second at the Hungary Grand Prix. Max Verstappen was frustrated, and you could hear it on his radio during the race, where he was able to voice out his frustration, and he was only able to finish outside the podium in that particular race after qualifying for the race on the third spot. And an interesting one for the Mercedes driver again, Lewis Hamilton, who I would say is back to his form and finding his form in the world of Formula One, as he was able to finish third position at the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's quite an interesting one for him. Also talking about record in the world of Formula One, that man Lewis Hamilton is someone you can't separate the Formula One from. He has been able to make 200 podiums in the world of Formula One after being able to finish third position in the Hungarian Grand Prix. It was an interesting one in that race during the weekend. Oscar Piastri winning the driver of the day and winning the prize of the day, talking about finishing first position at the Hungarian Grand Prix. And quickly let's switch our attention to the world of football, where we talk about an interesting one. Remember that the Euros was over last week, but after the Euros, and where we saw Gareth Southgate stepping down from his position as the manager of England. He has been able to manage England for 8 good years, and in that 8-year spell he has been able to take them to the finals twice at the Euros competition. He was able to take them to the finals of the Euro 2021, and also in the just concluded Euro 2024 he was able to take them to the finals, where he suffered another shocking defeat against Spain in that finals, depriving England from winning the tournament. Gareth Southgate, managing England for 8 good years, was able to manage them in 102 games, where he was able to win 61. He was able to draw 24 and played just 17 losses in his 102 matches in charge of the England team. The man who has stepped down as the manager of England national team will be looking forward to continue his career. Let's see which club will be signing Gareth Southgate. Remember, there were speculations before now that Manchester United were hoping to sign Gareth Southgate to take over from Ten Hag, but after extended the contract of Erik ten Hag, and what will be the fate of Gareth Southgate, who was able to take England to the semi-finals of the World Cup in the year 2018 and finished in the quarter-finals in the World Cup that took place in the year 2022. Southgate stepping down as the manager of England national team. Who will be their next manager? There has been speculation around saying that the Newcastle manager Eddie Howe might just be the next manager for England. If you suggest to me, I think Graham Potter won't be a bad one for England national team, but let's keep our fingers crossed and hope and wish for them to make the right decision when it comes to the England national team. Quickly, let's go on a very short break, and when we're right back, we continue from where we stopped. Welcome back. We were talking football before we left for the break, talking about international football as Southgate stepped down as the manager of England national team. Also, FIFA during the week has released their FIFA World Ranking, where we saw Argentina maintaining their spot at the #1 spot in the FIFA World Ranking. When you talk about men's football, Argentina, who were able to win the Copa America for back-to-back time, defeating Colombia in the finals of that competition, has been able to maintain their spot at the top of the FA ranking. Is quite an interesting one for them. It was a great one for Argentina, who were able to win it yet again after winning it in the previous year, defeating Colombia to win that particular competition. France maintaining their position when we talk about the second position in the FIFA men's ranking, and also we witnessed a shock but quite an interesting one for Spain, who moved from 8th position to the top position in the FIFA ranking spot after being able to win the Euro 2024. Quite an interesting one for Spain, doing that, winning all their matches 7 out of 7. They are now currently occupying the 3rd position in the FIFA men's ranking. And in the 4th position, we see England switch position with Brazil, who currently occupies the 5th position after dropping from the 4th to the 5th. England are currently in the 4th position right now in the FIFA men's ranking. Brazil occupying the 5th position. And also we saw an interesting one as Belgium dropped to the 6th position from the 3rd position in the FIFA men's ranking, and Netherlands maintaining their 7th position in the FIFA men's ranking. We saw Portugal dropping down to the 8th position in the FIFA men's ranking after a shocking exit at the Euro 2024. And also an interesting one was Colombia making it into the 9th position in the FIFA men's ranking. I think Colombia deserved their spot, making it into the top 10 in the FIFA men's ranking. And in the last position, where you talk about the 10th position in the FIFA men's ranking, Italy remains in the 10th position in the FIFA men's ranking as Croatia drops to the 12th position in the FIFA men's ranking. The host of the just concluded Euro 2024 currently occupy the 13th position. They were able to move to the 13th position in the FIFA men's ranking. What a timing for FIFA to release their ranking after various competitions like the Copa America and the Euros being concluded last week. It was a perfect timing for us to see who are now the reigning champion in the world of football. And those are the top 10 where you talk about the FIFA men's ranking. Quickly, let's talk about football again as we talk about the transfer window that has been opened. The transfer window is upon us, and we have witnessed players moving across Europe from one club to another in the world of football. We have speculations that Victor Osimhen could be on his way to Paris Saint-Germain as negotiation is taking place for the player with Napoli. Will he be moving down to Paris Saint-Germain? Remember, in the last transfer window, we had some speculation that Victor Osimhen might be moving down to Saudi Arabia. Will he be making his way down to France League One, where we'll be playing for Paris Saint-Germain? And also, during the transfer window, there are some contracts and players that has decided to switch from their present club to another one. And one of the players that has decided to switch from his present club to another one is Mason Greenwood, who has signed a permanent contract with Olympiacos Marseille in the French Ligue 1, where he will be playing for the team on a permanent deal. And also we saw Amadou Onana making a move to Aston Villa from Everton. He will be playing for Aston Villa in the next season that will be starting in August. So many players moving from one place to another, as Manchester United also were able to get the signature of one of their players that they have been after in the transfer window, talking about Lando Norris, the 18-year-old man signing for Manchester United. He was able to make his first appearance in a friendly against Rangers, where Manchester United won the preseason friendly against Rangers 2-0, and this is the length at which we'll be going on this week's episode of Sport Vibe on DNT World. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media and we are Sport Vibe on DNT World. Remain a law-abiding citizen. Enjoy your week. Thank you.